Alright, I'm going to launch New Vegas now. I had to update it first. Oh, that looks cool. But you know when you start a game and the picture shows up at the start, like the splash screen? Yeah, I just saw that. It looks really cool. Really detailed, like that. Can I skip this? Oh, that looks cool. I'm just gonna eat through this entire thing. The game actually looks really good. I've avoided spoilers so I don't even know what this game looks like. It looks really good. Guy on the case, not me. To be honest, I expected that to be like end game armor. Like you can tell by the look of it what I mean by like end game armor. Oh yeah, I think this is the intro. I've seen this like before. I've avoided spoilers as much as I can.
War never changes.
This was, you know.
When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united.
Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to skip that. Trying to pause it so I could. Trying to pause it so then I could put subtitles on.
You're awake. How about that?
Oh well.
Whoa,
I'll leave a link to
easy
cutscene
there,
in case you want to
easy.
see it then.
You've been out cold a couple of...
Now can I pause it? There we go, settings. But don't know where it is. Oh, it's on anywhere. Like blue. Blue's a nice colour. Blue's my favourite colour. Don't know what shade of blue it is. No. Like cyan blue. Looks nice.
Days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage
Don't
is.
have to like the subtitles
How
being
about your
placed
name?
there.
Can you tell me your name?
Why not?
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I
Thanks.
hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better
Wait,
tell me if I
did I
left
skip the
anything
entire
out.
intro then?
How'd I do?
Why not? Let's go to defaults.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Is it like a special chart I should be looking at? So let's see. I want to be able to talk my way out of any situation. Why not bump these up a bit? So then, you know, I can still be a jack of all trades of sorts. I just like charisma the best. Strength plays a lot if I'm ever going to use a melee attack. Intelligence, yeah, and luck just because I had the extra points. And, you know, luck's helpful because I believe, well, in Fallout 4, it changes what you actually get out of things.
Good to see them bullets didn't affect your charm none. Well, we know your
Is that
vitals
because
are
I
good,
picked charisma?
but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you
Too much
muddy with
choices
big
really do.
rock.
I
What
heard
do
my
you
choice
say
not
you take a
model,
seat
this
in
is
my
why I asked for
couch
it
and
for
we'll go
Christmas.
through a couple of questions. See if
But
your dogs are still
can I read this, or is this just like a document in Fallout 4? Which you might hand it in, but you can't like read it for yourself. Like. Oh, so this is how you like keep an object in your hand. So I'm supposed to sit down. Right?
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog. House. Night. Bandit. Light.
Well, I did think heavy.
Mother.
Cookie jar. Human shield. Dude, you can be evil in this.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound.
They do
like
give you
something
like
I'd say.
genes, but I guess all of
First
the options
one.
were valid.
Conflict just ain't in my nature.
It isn't in my nature. I'll shoot anyone who wrongs me, man.
I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Isn't that a military helmet?
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
Is that the test
Tell me
from
what
Prey?
you see.
Broken chain. Shadow in the door for it. Losing wind. An angry two-headed dance.
Okay. How about this one?
Look like pistols. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like. Should have seen. I thought it's like the way you arrange pistols in a game if the player's meant to pick them up and wield them akimbo style, but no. Like wield them both at the same time akimbo style. You know what I'm talking about, right? I've used the akimbo attachment in Call of Duty, haven't I? I feel like attachment's the wrong word for it. It's more like, I don't know. It's not an attachment exactly, is it? It's taking another one. And for some reason you can't have attachments on them after that. I can sort of see a ship at sea, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Last one.
I can sort of see the mushroom cloud.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
What's this? Yeah. Battering. science, I'm thinking. Or sneak, but yeah, sneak seems good.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Alright. Choose up to 2 traits. Oh no. Filter destroy. No, like accuracy. Ah, but if I can't get my hands on some glasses, I have less perception. So that's why I can pick none. Good natured. I kinda wanna talk people off things still. Yeah, see this one. Oh, what's this?
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Hold on a minute. Let's get over my Coca-Cola. Hold on. There we go. I like cherry flavour. Do you like cherry flavour? Oh, I'll add a poll. Do you like cherry Coca-Cola? Or Pepsi? Alright.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I've done nothing but eat and drink this whole time. That's alright. Not now. I just want to see the game. Like, I like the survival mode in Fallout 4, but you know, often it's just a pain. Oh, whoa. Wow. This looks nice. amazing. Oh, it's the other stick to, what is it? Sneak. That's gonna get confusing. Now can I spend points in this? Maybe I can. Maybe get like points put into one of these. Alright. Alright, let's go. Can I sprint in this, or do we just all run at the same speed?
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle? Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick. Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
Guess I'll go search for information then.
Happy trails!
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Oh well, no, he seemed like the most friendly person ever.
Was a prospector until I...
Yeah, fine.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in.
Yeah, that's true. What we got, like, is a weapon. So I've like, oh. Yeah. Ah, it used to be 10mm. Well, I say used to be. Fallout 4, which is, I think actually came out after this. So, yeah. I mean, obviously it came out after this. Look at the graphics. And don't get me wrong, graphics are quite good actually, but you know, you can generally tell by the graphics. Yeah, can I sprint out of these, like, out of these action points, like, only, like, suspending VAS? Oh. I'll move a lot slower with my thing. Alright, so, I don't know what half of this means. Alright. Sure, guys, this way. Sit in there.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon. Now,
Here you are.
see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Take what? Alright. And no, I don't see what you lined up.
Everything all right? Until next time.
Elise, I'm an idiot.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
You know what I hate in like YouTube videos? When someone like disables the like and dislike ratings of the comments. Like, if you disable the comments, I'm immediately gonna dislike the video.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there?
Oh,
We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly,
Yeah, I can
we
hear
can
them.
get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
yeah, so it was far from. I don't like those ones.
Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
Alright, no. I swear to God, this happens every time because my broken controller is so annoying. Oh, somehow. Did I even hit it? So close in that danger, I could risk another shot.
Come on!
First, oh, it is a fast kill whenever I just get a good hit. Oh, that was a good hit. Bottle caps. Is this the only good reason to keep it? Or should I just take it anyway? I'll take the meat. Why? Oh.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
60 rounds. Oh god. You know it's bad when they give you so much ammo. Ah, I don't know where she go. No. I am always gonna crouch instead of sprinting on accident. Over here. one you know.
Come on! Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised. Staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some Xander root and a Brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen Brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being Xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Never gets old when something blows up.
Nothing. Should I be saving like ammo in that? I'm gonna try this. There we go. Let's open up what the plant looks like. Which plant were we searching for again? Can I melee? Well, I can, but can I melee with a gun? Oh, I can sign a hotkey. Oh, this is one from on it. Yeah, I have to go to the southwest. What's that? I think it just alerted every single enemy in the area. Yeah. Shell. Come on. I want to try hit one with, like, Nerf bats. Okay. Oops. Alright. Is it in this branch? Yeah. Oh, here it is. That's radioactive. Oh, here's a campfire. What, is that the wrong campfire? Oh yeah, it was. Anyway, shout out to, Strawberry Pancake, I guess. Been talking to her, like, recently, and really nice. So, yeah.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. Alright now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Healing powder. I've got this red scorpions. Alright, healing powder. Ah, accept sex.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom.
Is that a gecko?
She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Where's that gecko? They aren't really Oxford after all.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo. Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots. None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question.
Okay. Oh, glad I picked charisma.
Yeah, forget about it. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way.
Yeah, sure.
New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want.
I don't want to make any big decisions like that yet, so...
Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important. Yeah.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
Alright, so that's where to go about it.
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. Was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Alright,
Alright. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
Probably. I mean, it's not like a nuke exploded here or something.
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the Strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Bye.
Be careful out there.
So is this... Yes, this must be the place.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
If you're gonna shoot, you better not miss. Dumb.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play? Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Yes. Is this like the survival in Fallout 4 where you can just fill up an empty bottle? Yeah, I don't know if I got my inventory with it. I can't build stuff with it, so there's no like cool windows could build up a glass. Not now it's the time of day change. Alright. Oh. Oh. Oh well. Okay.
Howdy. Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
I got a health ring, got taken apart again, so I might need your help. Alright, that's the only way to say it. Alright. I was wondering if there was like a cooler option. You know, which would basically do the same thing. I kinda want like... I don't know.
Say no more. I'm in.
Well, we might die horribly. Well, maybe not.
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know he's tight. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great. A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help. I'll be waiting.
Alright, I just got a ton of objectives then. Oh, mod. Yeah, quests. Sub-quests. Oh, okay. No. No. Okay. Acquire additional medical supplies, Easy Pete's dynamite, enlist the help from Trudy. Alright. Not really useful in fall.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
So I can either use speech 25 or sneak 25.
That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright.
Be careful out there.
Oh, welcome to level 2. Oh. 13 skill points? I want more speech. Oh. Yeah, it's raised up to 50. I can plan attacks with sneak. I didn't think about that. Oh. Replenish my using a stim pack. That sounds good. It confirms Bachelor better, like, is the enemy force mostly men? Do you think? Why not go with this? Oh. Oh no, can I pick one? How was I gonna say? Can I also go and pick this? I come back and pick this later on, do you think? I hope so. 'Cause then I can just do it with anyone.
Howdy.
Right, thinking about it, I'm messed up, didn't I? Oh yes, right. Okay. Alright, so let's just follow this marker. This door is hard to see. Yeah, the time of day is moving. Settings, display. There we go. I can tell the blacks from the dark greys now. Dark subtitles, subtitles here. I don't get to choose anything like to do with the colour, as in, like, I'd like a higher, like, thingy. I'd like a higher, what's it called, contrast and saturation as well. That'd be nice. Alright, let's see. I think that's like my final objective. Like, right. Quite easy beats dynamite. Zach Mitchell. Hold on. Zach Mitchell's in here right now. Yeah. Like step
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone.
Yep.
I'm not much good in a fight with my bone leg, and my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Thanks. Not bad.
You take care now.
Thanks for Stimpak's bye. This looks cool at night time. Like both like impressive and temperature wise. Like this is so cold.
Howdy. Too dangerous. Want to kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way. Yup. Yup.
Yep. Alright, so I can't get explosives. Alright. I think there's no objective in the map. Yep, this is talking about this down.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Oh.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand.
Yeah.
Take it easy now.
Alright. Gonna have a massive firefight here now. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna jump for sync now. Okay. Hold on. Where? Can't get easy piece explosives. Oh well. You're probably gonna die in this firefight, just saying. I am gonna, where is he? Oh. Ringo. Get out. It's time.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do. All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Well done. Alright, let's go. Oh. Oh, cheers, mate.
Time to look
You're
alive.
doing a lot.
The Powder Gangers are here to play. At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
6? That's it?
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Alright. No, no, no. Broken controller. Oh. We've established detection. The benefits and drawbacks drawbacks. Oh. The drawbacks of being a good guy. Comes where I go. I'm kidding. I know what it means.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things. I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp.
Alright. Guess land it here.